Imagine you are in an Excel interview. The interviewer gives you this dataset and asks you a simple question. Can you find the total sale for the laptop in the north region? You have 30 seconds. Will you know which formula to use? And that's just one question. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 Excel interview questions, starting with the basic and getting progressively trickier. I'll give you a few seconds to solve each one of them before showing the answer. So grab a pen or open Excel and let's see how many you can get right. Alright, here's the first question. So in the first question, we have given this data set and we are asked for the total sale. We are asked for the total sale of laptops in the north region. So basically we have got two conditions, laptop and in the north region. Okay, now you have to find out the total sale. How would you do that? Take your time. So we'll be using SUMIFS because we have got two conditions, and SUMIF provide you the use case of two conditions quite easily. So we'll click over here and we'll type SUMIF, and it is asking for the sum range. So we are going to add this sum range. The first criteria range would be this, and the criteria would be laptop, and the second criteria range would be this region, and the criteria is north region. Press enter, and as soon as you press enter, you will get the total of total sale for the laptop in the north region only. Okay, let's have a look. If you want, I can show you that whatever you have got this over here, it does make sense. Okay, so for this particular laptop, the first column you see laptop north 50,000, and again laptop south, laptop north. Again, if you click go over here, laptop north 25,000. So once you'll combine these two, so combine this 50,000 and 25,000, you'll get the value 75,000. Okay, so I believe this is quite clear. Now let's move on to the next question. So we have this. Here we have employee table. We have employee ID, employee department, and the question is, using this employee ID, how do you find the employee's department? So take your time. I believe we'll try and solve it. Okay, perfect. I believe that you must have given it a go. Now in this case, we have one condition, so we could use XLOOKUP because we are looking for that particular employer details, department, associated department with the employee ID. So we'll be using XLOOKUP. The lookup value is this employee ID, and then lookup array would be this employee ID column, and the return array would be this department array. We could press enter, we'll get our answer, but in case if you don't have this employee ID, if you have a look at this employee 110 here in this column, we do not have that 110 employee 110 ID. So in this case we'll get NA, but we wanted to handle that case, so we'll be using if not found. So in that case we'll type not a valid IT, press enter, and as soon as you press enter, you see for this employee ID, 1010, we do not have any employee ID like that. Okay, so in this case we won't get any answer for that reason, but if you try and have give it a try for employee ID 102, then we'll get the department HR. Let's have a look at that. So change it to 102 and see for 102 we get the HR. If it's, let's say we change it to 104, then we will get the IT department. So if we have a look at it here for employee ID 102, we have this department IT. So I believe that it makes sense to you guys. So this was our second question. Let's move on to the third question. Here we have this data set of employee and we have this status present absent. So we just have to find out how many employees are marked as present. Okay, so we just have to calculate the present. So this will mark it present 1, 2, 3, and this one is 4. Okay, so we have 4 employee marked as present. So let's try and find out that answer through. a formula. Give it a go, then I will tell you how to solve this. Okay, perfect. So we'll be using COUNTIF in this case, because if we have a look at the formula itself, the definition, it says COUNTIF counts the number of cells within a range that meets a given condition. So in this case, we are looking for the condition is present, and we're trying to find out how many cells, the count of the cells which has this value present. Okay, so we'll try and find out that. We just have to provide the range over here, and then our condition is present, so we can click here in the present and press enter. As soon as you press enter, you see you get the answer of 4. And if you have a look at this, you'll calculate it manually: 1, 2, 3 and 4. So actually we have got 4 present, so that's why we got the 4. Now let's move on to the question number 4. So here we have this where we have a student mark and a status. We find out on the status column is blank, because we have to find out that a status of a student based on the marks. So the question is, the company considers a score of 40 or above as passing. How would you automatically display pass or fail? So how do you automatically display pass or fail? Give it a go, and then I'll show you using a formula. Okay, so we'll be using if formula in this case, because we wanted to check condition, the logical test, that this mark must be equal to or above or more than 40, then it's true. Okay, then it's pass, otherwise it's fail. If you have any confusion in these questions, in these formulas, you can comment it out, and I'll look forward to it. I'll create a separate video on that particular formula. And just double click over here. You see, if you have a close look at this formula, 82 is way above 40. That's why we get pass over here. Again, we have this 56, which is more than 40. That's why we have got this. That's why we got this pass over here. But in the next cell, we have 39, which is not equal to 40 or above 40. Basically, it's less than 40. That's why we got the fail over here. And again, in the next column, we see we have got this 71, and the answer is pass. So that's how we calculate the status, if it's pass or fail. Now let's move on to the last question, which is to remove duplicates. So there are a couple of ways to remove duplicates, I'll tell you. But before that, the question is, there are duplicate customer in this list. How do you get a list containing each customer only once? Okay, so there are a couple of ways. Give it a go, and then I'll also show it to you. Okay, so if you look closely, we have this customer Rahul once and twice. Then we have this Priya once, twice, and same in the case of Aman, we have once and twice. Only Neha is once, like Neha is the only name which has come once. Okay, so we have to remove the duplicates. So remove duplicates means Rahul, Priya, Aman and Neha, every name must stay once in the table only. Okay, so the first way to do it is to use the data validation. We just have to go over here, and in the data column you see this icon over here. It is used to remove duplicates. So we just have to click anywhere in the table and then go remove duplicates. And if you have a look at this, so it is asking which column to consider. So we want the customer name to consider, so that's why in that case we will be just marking customer, and here you go, 3 duplicates values found and removed, 4 unique value remain. Note that count may include empty cell space, etc. No problem. So actually we get rid of that problem of having multiple names as in the customer section, so it is removed now. But this is not a practical way. Of course, we try and find out the duplicates in the customer ID in the practical way, but here we just try to have a look at this question and try to understand that in this case. Okay, now the other way around is that you just have to click anywhere here. Okay, let's say over here, and you type unique. As soon as you type unique, you see this definition. Have a look at this definition. It says unique returns the unique value from a range or array. So this is also one of the way to find out the unique values to remove duplicates. So we are just going to use remove unique formula and just press enter, and as soon as you press enter, you see we have got the unique values Rahul, Priya, Nia and Aman. Okay, so Aman and Nia.